Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between PCG123 versus HawK, taking place here on Concealed Hill. On the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have HawK spawning as the blue human player. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have PCG123 spawning as the red Undead. Undead versus human in this 1v1 matchup will speed things up just a little bit until we get to that 2-minute mark. Altar of Darkness is right on time. There is that Ziggurat. There's the Tomb of Relics as an acolyte now. Well, it starts to do a little bit of scouting. On the bottom left-hand side, it is going to be HawK opening up with an Archmage. No surprises here. And it looks like it's going to be very standard builds. Let's take a look at it now. We just hit the 2-minute mark for all of you guys who want to synchronize your swatches. Wow, that kind of dates me, huh? Anyways, let's go ahead and come back across here as the Archmage. Now going after this Ogre Warrior Forest Troll Berserker creep camp. This is a 4-3-3 creep camp. Will get cleared out very quickly as HawK looks to finish up the remainder of this creep camp with his militia. Forest Troll Berserker will be the last unit left. However, that medium armor versus 5 militia, it will get taken down very quickly. Death Knight, on the other hand, moving out, doing a good job using those skeletal minions, skeletal warriors. Death Coil early on also in order to get those Rod of Necromancy up and running quickly by finishing off a unit, and now we do have things all finished up here. Meanwhile, Archmage HawK already gets up to level 2. Footman's gonna finish off the remainder of the units. Let's take a look. Acolyte, well, wanders in a little bit too far, gets taken down, as we're gonna see. Well, there goes that final unit there. Archmage is at 2, Death Knight is at 1. No surprise that the Undead is a little bit behind on leveling, but the fact that the Death Knight can earn experience using only a Rod of Necromancy and just going around killing things without really pulling units off of, well, lumber. Those ghouls want to go be mining away and also doing a very fast tech to tier 2. You can take a look at the supply difference, 19 to 29, and there is only a slight difference in experience so far, but I believe HawK wants to try and extend that now. Water Elemental doing absorbing quite a bit of damage. Tome of Intelligence now dropped. We'll see if the Death Knight is going to be able to do anything. Is it going to be able to perhaps use a long distance Death Coil? No, it won't be able to do that. There's a Water Elemental trying to get away. It will be able to get away. Meanwhile, skeletal minions, all of them now coming in to try and engage. You can see a low hit point Footman. Is it going to end up getting taken down? It looks like it will. Are we going to see a denial right there? No denial. And what we have now is a level 2 Death Knight with Unholy Aura. Unholy Aura losing that Footman. HawK did not deny that Footman, even though the window of opportunity was in fact there. A bit of a situation. Meanwhile, Water Elemental getting ensnared as the Death Knight still wanders back around. Alright, Skeletal Minion regenerating some health at the Fountain of Health. This is Concealed Hill. Meanwhile, you can see multiple units just getting absorbed in every which way, shape, and form. Death Knight, is it going to be able to squeeze on through? Almost got units surrounded. The Death Knight may be able to squeeze on through. Let's take a look at this. There's an ensnare now. Water Elemental could end up getting taken down. Footman going to go straight after that Skeletal Minion. Archmage gets up to level 3, picks up the Tome of Agility, as the Death Knight going to be able to Death Coil that Water Elemental to get a little bit more experience, but doesn't, well, losing a Water Elemental doesn't really throw any setback for HawK. Unfortunate ensnare for HawK and that Footman now. You can see that that Footman is going to go ahead and take some damage. However, the rest of the remaining army is going to stay nearby and offer cover for that Footman to rejoin and re-engage. Back at home for the Undead, tech to tier 2, now tier 3 underway. Lich is getting trained up. Meanwhile, Town Hall has not yet finished upgrading. Back down to the south here is the Archmage going to be able to go after that Huntsman with a level 2 Water Elemental, being able to deal and dish out and absorb more damage. However, Water Elementals in general have been significantly weaker than, well, pre 1.31. Death Knight now going to go ahead and clear up some giant sea turtle creep camps. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. That's going to get taken down as we just see some standard creep patterns happening. Now, a couple of folks have been asking me some questions about Reforged and if I had any insider information, and really I don't. Yeah, I really don't have any insider information. I wish there was more information out there. It is already the second half of 2019, and a lot of people were expecting the beta to become available for us to be able to start testing things. We know that they are working on balance since they've been releasing patches, but other than that, there hasn't been a lot of news anywhere. Let's take a look. Death Knight is sitting, or will be getting to level 3, or maybe not. Now that the Lich is nearby, it's going to steal some of that very important experience away from that Death Knight. Death Knight is going to be a little bit shy of level 3. Meanwhile, Lich will be, well, on its way to level 2. Militia now joining in on the fight down to the south here. Good job making sure that the Water Elemental did not take the purge from that Null Warden. It's going to end up absorbing a bit more damage. Those Militia will switch back into Peasant form here momentarily. Mountain King is already at level 2. You can take a look at him. He already has a Ring of Regeneration. A nice item on if you have heroes that constantly take damage and you're able to do some hit and run tactics. Mountain King often known for that, as the Mountain King going to try and engage. There's a couple of ensnares right there. No Thunderclap. That does come as a bit of a surprise there, as the Rifleman should be joining in on this fight here. All right, Peasant, Water Elemental coming in from the back here. Meanwhile, Archmage trying to disrupt, trying to cause just an absolute nightmare, making sure that the creeps end up dealing more damage. You can take a look. A Shockwave was about to go down, and instead now HawK may end up giving PCG123 even more experience with that Water Elemental. That is not what you want to be seeing at this stage. Archmage is getting some extra damage onto that Death Knight, and I wouldn't be surprised if more human players really start to go for tier 3 to try and counteract the bit of healing that has become such a powerful weapon in the Undead arsenal. All right, Stormbolt right there. Death Coil quickly comes in to recover here. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. Obsidian Statue absorbing a lot of damage. Big Frost Nova going back the other way. Footman taking a lot of damage. And the Obsidian Statue somehow survives. Skeletal minions being dropped here. Let's take a look. There goes another skeletal minion again. The Mountain King in that front line spot. Going to try and go after another Quick Fiend. Another quick Death Coil is going to save it, though. And that Mountain King cannot really hope to fight here for that long. Units will be forced to pull back, and PCG123 is just absolutely trading extremely efficiently against his opponent right now. Endurance Aura in conjunction with Unholy Aura causing the movement speed of all of these units to be quite fast in order to be able to reposition themselves. Rifleman now coming in to engage. Good range right there. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight may be forced to... Nope, not going to be forced to scroll a Town Portal. Able to get away. However, the Lich, does it have the follow-up support? Yes, it does. Death Knight air mails a Death Coil as the fight is still raging on. All right, Potion. Oh, Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight could be in trouble. Are we going to see the scroll of Town Portal? That is the big question now. Mountain King seeing that level 3. Gonna go continue to back around. There goes another Priest, and PCG123 is still trading so efficiently as another Priest gets taken down. HawK is still up in terms of supply by 7. Another long-distance Death Coil, and the Obsidian Statues giving Essence of Mana and Essence of Health has just been the big factor here. Is that Lich going to end up getting taken down? No, a third Death Coil, enough to keep it alive. A Priest gets to the party a day late, $1 short, and, well, we'll be paying for it with a funeral. 45 supply compared to 46. PCG123 with a big advantage right now. 3-3 on the heroes. He is behind economically, but this expansion by HawK is not defended at all. No Arcane Tower, nothing of that nature. Archmage has absorbed quite a bit of damage now with a Ring of Regeneration on him. Takes a boulder, as that Archmage may end up becoming in trouble. Oh, a long distance Death Coil. This could be really bad. Archmage is trying to reposition itself. Mountain King sitting at level 3. There is Destroyers out, and let's see what's going to happen. Archmage does not have very much of anything to get out of this very tough spot. A big Frost Nova coming through. More and more Peasants coming down, as well as the Mountain King tries to get into position and perhaps try to focus his down units. 52 supply compared to 45. HawK is now behind, as the Destroyers are just having a field day, taking down so many easy units. One Water Elemental, one Devour Magic, if it wasn't on cooldown, or just one more attack from the Destroyer, could have possibly been enough. All right, let's take a look at this here. Archmage going to be forced to buy a scroll of Town Portal to be able to defend his base, but this is not looking good at all. Arcane Tower already quickly destroyed. Priest now getting back added in here as well. Are we going to take a look? What is this? He is going to actually try to dive into his opponent. No, wait. Yeah, HawK wasting some critical time right there. Let's take a look at this. Fighting out all in the front. Destroyer going to quickly devour that. There's a quick silence. And now hitting multiple units. Priest unable to heal. Militia now coming back the other way. Is this going to be enough? Death Knight easily gets off another Death Coil right there. Mountain King in that front line has a Scroll of Healing. Is it going to use it? That is the question now. Perhaps to try and save some of those units again. Rifleman getting taken down. Death Knight down to 175 hit points, trying to run away. Looks like it will be able to do exactly that. There's a Scroll of Healing to try and stick around a little while longer. There's a Potion of Mana. Stormbolt, as the Mountain King may be able to perhaps pick off enough units to make something happen. All right, Water Elemental getting taken down. There is a silence again. Mountain King purposely pulling back, needs to get healed back up as the Abominations are going to now start joining into that front line. All right, going straight after one low hit point Rifleman. Going to go after another one right there. There goes another Rifleman. Black arrows causing problems. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight could get taken down. Oh, nope. There's the Scroll of Town Portal that we were waiting for. But HawK is just losing this game, misjudging battle after battle, as PCG123 is now growing a sizable advantage. What you don't want to do in a game like WarCraft 3 is have a larger army, but then trade inefficiently. What that ends up doing is you're just giving your opponent the hero level advantage, and that's what we're seeing right now. Level 4 on the Death Knight, level 4 on the Lich, and what was that, level 2 on the Dark Ranger. All of those going up against just a level 3 Archmage and a level 3 or level 4 Archmage, level 3 Mountain King. We are not going to castle, so you are not going to have that Orb of Fire, which, well, does minimize the healing effectiveness of, well, all healing. Death Knight unable or will not be able to Death Coil or reduce the effectiveness of that Death Coil, that burst heal, and that does tend to add up. All right, Skeletal Minion quickly figures out, hey, there's an expansion here. I can take advantage of this. Priest is now out onto the field. There's a couple of Dispel Magics trying to finish off the Priest. This is going to give more experience to the Archmage. As you can take a look, down they go. Meanwhile, Mountain King needs to get away. Mountain King is in trouble. Stormbolt's onto the Death Knight. Mountain King unable to get through. There is a Dispel Magic. Are we going to see this? Yes, the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability just in time, but only to see a handful of other units getting taken out as well. Stormbolt onto a Crypt Fiend. It gets taken down. Mountain King is still in trouble. Needs to head back. Gloves of Haste. Perhaps more for Bash, as the Riflemen are now looking to back up again. Lich gets taken out a split second late as the Dark Ranger now gets up to level 3. Death Knight now looking to pull back as well. Where is that Mountain King? Mountain King is in the midst of everything. Dark Ranger could be in trouble. Nope, Dark Ranger gets the Death Coil and the heal, as the Sorceresses are now showing up to the party. Sorceresses up against a Destroyer Undead army. This is rather unorthodox. As the Destroyers are normally just devouring magic, making it absolutely impossible for the damage to really stick, and then the Destroyers just get stronger and deal more damage back to any heavy armored unit. All right, there goes some more Riflemen once again. Dark Ranger now in a mad run. Mountain King down to 98 hit points. But shakes off that killing Death Coil with a beautiful, beautiful Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Mountain King still nearby. What's going on here? Mountain King, what can he really do? That is a Potion of Invulnerability. It should be coming to an end. Death Knight, Death Knight gets, oh, Abomination. Is it going to get taken down? All it needs is one more shot. Yes, it does get taken down. Mountain King sitting at level 3. The Stormbolts are really starting to add back, or the Brilliant Sword is really starting to add up here. Mountain King needs just a little bit more mana. 44 supply compared to 44. A little bit more gold as well. There goes another Priest Skeletal Minion back out onto the field. As we're going to see, well, a handful of units get taken down there. Mountain King just shy of level 4. Going into low upkeep is the Undead. And this is actually a tough spot for PCG123. He is only getting 7 gold a second, as opposed to his opponent, who is currently getting 20 gold a second. And, well, Mountain King closes out that gap in terms of the overall hero experience. The Lich was resurrected at the tavern. That does cost extra gold as well. And, well, that is going to be a problem. We are going into Castle now. Single Arcane Sanctum. Riflemen still getting added up. And it looks like HawK will be trying to get into low upkeep here in just a moment. Perhaps getting quickly into 59. Now, This is where the game is still anyone's to win. Ring of Regeneration, Death Knight is at level 5 though, Lich is at level 4, Dark Ranger is at level 3, so a 5-4-3 Death Knight with the Ring of Regeneration and Unholy Aura is going to be surprisingly difficult to kill just because of his natural healing. Archmage. Let's take a look at this. Also, another thing to note, Disease Cloud has yet to be researched. And, well, no, Disease Cloud was not really applied on this army here, so that is the reason why HawK is able to heal back up so easily and quickly. Meanwhile, Dark Ranger also at level 4, as the Red Drake is going to get taken down. Easy healing over here at the Fountain of Health, as we see a couple of skeletal minions getting taken out very fast. Archmage just shy of level 5 now. And level 5, level 3 water elementals could be interesting, but at the same time, the Devour Magic and the Devour Magic of those destroyers are going to be very problematic. Alright, let's take a look. Griffin Aviary currently under distress. No Arcane Tower to deal with these dark minions that are just having an absolute field day here. Priest are going to be showing up to the party. Let's take a look at this. Mountain King, is going to be able to Stormbolt anything? Let's take a look back across here. There's some Dispel Magic as the dark minions are all going to get taken down. Archmage gets up to level 5. Mountain King, store a bash onto the Death Knight, Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight could be in trouble. Is it going to scroll a Town Portal in time? Oh, Potion of Invulnerability will keep it alive. Death Coil saves a unit. Mountain King is still right here. And as it's going to continue to try and fight back here, Death Knight a little bit out of range of the Obsidian statue. And Death Coils beautifully to save that Crypt Fiend as the, well, Abominations are getting taken down as well. Alright, Rifleman with that beautiful Focus Fire. There is, well, some more Stormbolts. Death Knight shows up to the party. Are we going to see a beautiful, another Devour Magic? No, we are not. You saw Devour Magic. Mountain King could try to make its way over Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight is, well, seriously in trouble here. Mountain King does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, uses it. Is going to be able to finish off the Crypt Fiend? No. Wow, that Crypt Fiend dangerously low on hit points, but gets Death Coiled to back up to full. Alright, beautiful save right there. HawK now, well, getting up some Knights out onto the battlefield. Knights, no armor upgrade or no animal war training upgrade as of yet. You gotta believe that that will be started or researched momentarily, as we're also looking at Griffin Aviaries. Or a Griffin Aviary, singular, not plural. Archmage sitting at level 5. Let's take a look. Oh, takes out a little creep here. Are we going to see a Scroll of Town Portal be picked up? Priest, well, no real priest part of this army. Finally in the back, Mountain King needs a bit of healing. You can see that the Disease Cloud does have a little bit of an effect, offsetting the Mountain King's healing just a little bit. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Did anything get purchased? Orb of Fire, what I was mentioning earlier. And, oh, beautiful Frost Nova Death Coil burst down damage. All right, let's take down some units. Mountain King shows up to the party. Holy Light, Stormbolt onto the unit. Paladin needs to try to get away, gun and get taken down. Death Coil onto the Crypt Fiend, but in order to save it. Meanwhile, Knight is in serious trouble. Knight gonna try and get away. It's dancing back and forth as we're taking a look at these Knights. Well, they are getting focused down rather quickly. Where are they gonna try and go? No Stormbolt onto the Death Knight, but the Crypt Fiends, oh wow, beautiful save. Once again, the Knights are doing a bit of chasing, and those Knights could finish off those Crypt Fiends by dealing a bit more bonus damage as well. However, Destroyers are going to be able to eat through those Death Knights without much trouble. Mountain King now gets up to 5. Both sides, the hero level advantage has been neutralized. A level 5 Archmage and now a level 5 Mountain King, as a Water Elemental could get taken down. Now, what I am surprised about is that the Archmage, or the Mountain King, does not have an Orb of Fire of his own. With an Orb of Fire of his own, he would end up being able to attack and actually bash down those Destroyers, but the units are all once again making their way back again. 58 supply compared to 46. PCG 123 once again behind. He is now finally getting up to 2 bases, needs another Acolyte to make it over there. And, well, is this enough? Was he able to build enough of a lead? We're taking a look. He does have an additional level 4 Dark Ranger compared to just a level 1 Paladin. But the Paladin does, well, the Paladin does heal a lot more, as we're looking at, well, 885. Our Animal War training now getting added in as we're going into Griffins. Griffins have been an interesting introduction in the meta against Undead. Normally, I would recommend against it because destroyers are, well, you have a unit that is immune to magic that is in the air, that is constantly a problem. But I guess if you go Griffins Riflemen, you don't have to, you have a way to deal with those destroyers, but at the same time there are also well, Crypt Fiends on the ground as well, so nothing really counteracts those Crypt Fiends save for some Knights. Knights, however, can get taken down very quickly as well. As we're taking a look, a couple of easy shots to finish off those units. Destroyer devouring magic on that Water Elemental Paladin now makes its way through, quickly gets melted down. And for anyone who ever wonders why people don't go for a third hero all the time, that is a common reason why. If your opponent can easily nuke down your hero, well, that is obviously a reason why you wouldn't want to do that. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability now added in there. Staff of Sanctuary saves a unit. You can see a couple of webs. There goes a Crypt Fiend. Mountain King could be in trouble. Is it going to get taken down? Potion of Lesser Invulnerability could be used. It is trying to get focused down. Units are all now pulling back. Doesn't want to chase it. But this expansion has now been revealed because of that Blight. All right, Griffin Rider now taken down here. Mountain King trying to hold back in the back line, is going to be able to perhaps catch anything. That Water Elemental needs to just get denied now. Nearly taken down. It's actually absorbing some of the healing from that Priest as that Water Elemental finally goes down. Destroyer is now fighting back the other way. Big Frost Nova there, finishing off a unit. Mountain King tries to Storm Bolt down a Crypt Fiend and gets its target. Mountain King now looking to back up again. All right, let's take a look. Griffin Rider down to 600 some odd hit points. Is the Paladin going to be able to Holy Light? Yes, the Mountain King keeps it alive a little while longer. Meanwhile, Mountain King trying to dance back and forth is going to be able to finish off any more units. Another Griffin comes back into the air, but quickly gets taken down. Archmage now up to level 6. We could have mass teleport, but that is going to quickly be countered by Silence as the Archmage going to get into position here. All right, Water Elemental now being dropped. There goes another Rifleman to have a Dark Minion take its place. There goes a Destroyer as well. Mountain King getting sitting at 5.5 right now. Water Elemental getting taken down. Priest getting finished off. Stormbolt onto the Dark Ranger. Death Knight does bring in a big heal once again as the Death Knight now sits at level 6. Is the Mountain King going to be able to make its way over to take it out? No, it's not, as we're still seeing multiple units continuing to fight as well. All right. Water Elemental being used to fight here to finish off some of these Acolytes. Down they go. A Paladin shows back up to the party. Are we going to see a Holy Light? No, not in time, as the units are still trying to chase their way back over. And it looks like the Knight actually has the upgrade to deal bonus damage to medium armor, so those Crypt Fiends will get taken down much more quickly. Knights 30 to 38 damage as they're continuing to make their way back. All right, let's take a look. Are we getting any abominations? No. More obsidian statues. Death Knight trying to slip away. Mountain King down to 75 mana. Does not get a Stormbolt off, though, as everyone is going to go back to retreating. You can take a look. Rabbit being left behind. Are we going to see more healing? Water Elemental finishing off more units again, and this should be an easy loss for PCG 123, or easy destruction by HawK, as this is going to shut down the expansion. And maybe now HawK is going to be able to come back with a level 6 Archmage. Is it level 3 Brilliance Aura? All right, so it is not mass teleport. It is level 3 Brilliance Aura, as the Dark Ranger is too easily able to shut down that mass teleport right there. All right, there goes a Knight. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight was down to 26 hit points. Mountain King not able to catch up. It's trying to chase after the unit, but taking too much damage. Now Water Elementals are showing up to the party. Death Coil through the trees to keep that Lich alive, as the Lich gets up to level 6 as well. Death Knight shows up now. Death Coil onto the Dark Ranger. That Death Knight leading the army from the rear and somehow doing a great job at it, as the Death Knight, as the Dark Ranger is almost at 6. All right, Mass Destroyer army in the air. What I mentioned earlier about, well, Griffins not being that good because your opponent has is massing up units that you cannot attack. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight hits gets almost taken down. Are we going to see a Holy Light onto that Mountain King? Mountain King trying to get away, down to 100 or down to 70 hit points. Needs to back away, needs more healing. Paladin could be in trouble, now needs to back away. Are we going to see a Staff of Sanctuary? Yes, we are. Mountain King shows up to the party. Let's take a look. Are we going to see a Stormbolt onto the Lich? Yes, we are, but it doesn't matter as the Death Knight was right there with another follow-up Death Coil. HawK finishes off a Priest, only to see a Priest or well, another Dark Minion take its place. The skeletal minions are just absolutely so strong at this point. Those and on top of that, they have so many hit points that it is effective for Dark Ritual. All right, let's take a look at this. Is the Lich gonna perhaps use Death and Decay? That would actually be very interesting. Death and Decay right here to shut down all of these buildings, stop the production of knights, and then knowing that your Crypt Fiends are pretty much going to be absolutely safe and doesn't even really need that. Well, more damage still being brought through. All right, HawK, last ditch effort, trying to go into Workshop and Flying Machines. Double Workshop to keep track of everything here. Mountain King, Archmage will be here ready to go. Lich is pretty much lying in wait. Paladin going to try and slip on by as, well, let's take a look. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Paladin is in serious trouble. Staff of Sanctuary, well, teleports him back into the wrong position. It's going to get devoured. The Paladin could end up getting taken down again. He's trying to hide down to the south. All right, here. Flying Machines, 2-0 upgrade, 65 supply compared to 38. 5 Flying Machines with, well, 2 more getting trained. Perhaps 7 Flying Machines will be enough, maybe 8. As long as the Destroyers do not have mana, it should actually work out well. All right. Oh, what was that? That was a possession. Yeah, or mind control. Priest now stolen from the opponent. Dark Ranger is right there sitting at level 6, and the Dark Ranger can just sit back and relax. You can take a look at Priest doing a great job healing up more units. More Dark Minions coming out onto the field. Flying Machine's going to be here, ready to go. There you go. There's the engagement. Mountain King going to try and, well, perhaps stop the Death Knight. Is there enough Flying Machines to perhaps come out on top of this battle here? Mountain King making its way over. No Stormbolt. Paladin now finally gets up to level 2. And the fight is still raging on. There is Divine Shield. Death Knight could end up getting taken down. Death Knight is actually caught between a rock and a hard place, and it is going to get taken down. There's a bash, the Holy Light. Death Knight down to 72 hit points. It gets taken out right there. All right, Avatar on the Mountain King. Mountain King is going to be able to win back here. It does not have any real anti-air, as the Mountain King is still just wandering through trying to finish off this Lich. Now, interestingly enough, is the fact that the Mountain King is immune to magic. It had a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, could have finished off the Lich perhaps, but still not enough. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.